I'm with David Hart, Managing Director of Kubota UK and Ireland. David,
Yes.
nice to see you.
And you?
Okay,
Yeah.
it's getting busy in here, isn't it?
Yeah, it's from 9 o'clock this morning. I think it's pretty good. It's the best Saltex I've seen for a few years.
I think it's certainly busier and buzzier, and also it didn't seem to have the traffic problems that we've had in recent years as well. That's
well,
what
that
I'm
should
hearing.
help. I think
Yeah.
the show's a bit smaller as well. I think that sort of, there's more people in a smaller area now,
Yeah.
so that obviously has its...
Helps,
but the quality of the customers has been very good.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, that's good to hear. So, David, I want to just ask you a few questions if I can while we're here, while we swung by.
Yeah.
The first is, it should be quite easy. It's regarding sustainability. Obviously, it's on everyone's minds. It's very, very important. So how is it becoming an increasing part of what Kubota's doing?
Yeah, I think most corporates now are in this world of what they call ESG. And only this year we've launched an ESG report on our global website, which is 30 to 40 pages long, which actually fleshes out, what we're trying to do in sort of sustainable business, really.
Yeah.
It's not just about our machines, it's how we produce them, it's the factories. We've got this machine here, which is a good example of an electric machine. I don't think that's the total solution, but I think it's one of the solutions. We've got an electric digger behind you, and then to the right-hand side, we've got an electric tractor. So,
yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head when you said it's sort of part of the solution. I know we've read about sort of hydrogen and Kubota, in the past. That's something that you're looking into.
Yeah, so at Agritechnica, the big indoor German show this month, later on this month, we'll have, I think it's 2 hydrogen engines on the stand.
Fantastic.
So, so that's another sort of area of sustainability. But even, running a company like Kubota, if we can print less, because everybody prints, loads and loads of stuff off, we're actually going through a drive to actually reduce our printing to next to nothing.
Yeah.
And it's small things like that makes the
Absolutely,
difference.
and they really add up. If everyone did it, it'd make a big difference. Great. Okay, thank you regarding sustainability. So the next question I wanted to ask you is employees and well-being is obviously quite rightly being brought to the forefront. What have you seen any steps at Kubota? What are you doing to support that?
Yeah, so we've got a team of, I think it's about 5 people in our HR department in the UK.
Right.
2 or 3 of those now are fully trained on all of the aspects of mental health, how to support our employees. We also have a telephone hotline, which is through our private medical insurance company.
Yep.
And it's unfortunately, I think in any industry now, it's becoming more and more prevalent. And we've got situations today, where we've got people off that are not particularly well, and so we have to. Unfortunately, I think as a manufacturer and an employer, we have to do more for them because unfortunately, the health service is sort of struggling to actually do it through the NHS.
Yeah, and I mean, I guess the only positive to be drawn out of it is that these poor individuals are being picked up, whereas they might well have slipped through the net in the past.
Yeah, and we also there's 2 charities that we support. Yellow Wellies, which is the more agricultural.
Agricultural, yeah.
We've been selling beanie hats for them and hats at shows, £10. All of that goes to charity. And we also support the Lighthouse organisation that also do work in the construction industry for those types of people. Brilliant.
Final question, David, is obviously regarding the dealer network, which is very close to our hearts, as it would be at Service Dealer. In what ways are you working with your dealer network, do you feel, to sort of help enhance the actual customer journey?
I think the customer journey probably really starts once a customer's got the machine, and aftermarket and after-sale support is something that we've been fortunate in Kubota that we've produced some very, very reliable products, which hasn't drawn us into the necessity of looking after them with parts and service like some of the other companies probably do. So we've now realised that we need to do more. We're coming with a new Terrico part system, which will start next year, We're piloting it in the UK. Today we're doing it between Kubota and the dealers.
Okay.
But in the future we'll have customers, so they'll be able to surf the internet in the evening, order their spare parts, and then hopefully, pick them up the next day. So
it's, I guess it's utilising that combination of technology, but still very much being dedicated to your dealer network.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that we are very much focused on is the communication and people contact. I've had a few experiences recently outside of the industry where you need to speak to somebody and literally you cannot get hold of anybody to talk to.
Yeah.
You have to fill a form in, and if you're lucky you get some emails back and it's do not respond. So I think the important thing for our industry is to have a dealer network that actually engages with our customers, tells them what's going on, and supports them with their products.
I think that's really important. I think one thing we've found is certainly feedback from the dealer network over the difficult COVID period is it's more the lack of communication and contact as opposed to receiving bad news.
Yeah, and I think it's an industry problem. We don't have enough technical people coming into the trade. We're trying to work with universities like Harper Adams. We've got 2 apprenticeship schemes that are running with our dealer network, because we really don't have the technical people coming in, because there is a sort of a starvation of quality people that is in our industry, and somehow as a manufacturer we need to promote that.
And that's a whole further topic of conversation, one for another day.
Yeah.
David, really nice to see you, and have a great show. The orange stand is looking as good as ever, so see you soon.
Yeah, thank you.